And then I need to talk about this Articulated Ninja thing. We've never really talked to Articulated Ninja prior to that. This guy is a pretty big YouTuber at this point with like 15,000 subs, something like that. People just dying, clamoring to meet this guy. Everybody loves Ninja. And yeah,
humble.
One of the nicest motherfuckers I have ever met in my entire life. No ego, nothing crazy. And he treated us like part of the family. Like immediately there was like, hey, hello, and boom, then we were in. And never did I walk by him without him just giving a fist bump. The Find My Figures ladies came and loaded up on stuff. Also they're amazing as well. Like absolutely. Just all three of them, the nicest, kindest humans ever. And they just showed us love, and they didn't have to do that. There was no ego, there was nothing. They were like, oh, we don't have time for these small ass fuckers. Because we had a tiny ass booth, you know, and we're a tiny ass channel and a tiny ass store. And no, they showed us nothing but love.
All weekend. Like all weekend.
What's going on, guys? I'm sorry if I sound a little sick. I am right now, but I just want to say real quick before the news video, PowerCon was an amazing success. The Action Force booth did amazing, and the director of the convention, Val Staples, kept things organized and entertaining the entire weekend. He tried to meet the needs of all the vendors. PowerCon was amazing, guys, and as Laserpants said, it is literally the best action figure convention around, and hopefully it'll be even bigger next year, and I'll be able to make it there next year as well. Thank you to everyone that stopped by the Valaverse Action Force booth during PowerCon and said what's up, wanted to take pictures with me and talk. I lost count how many people recognize me because of my voice, and thank you. I hate my voice though, I do. So the fact that tons of you guys don't help me be a little bit easier on myself. At first I thought we brought enough exclusives, but literally by the end of the day we were basically sold out of Swarm exclusives, and Gemini literally sold out the fastest. I don't even think she even really made it to day 2 of the convention. If she did, it was just the morning time. But shout out to Ace from Ramen Toys. That Ramen Racer was looking nice in person. The NeoGen booth had a lot of import products that you can find over at 5ktoys.com. That booth, that NeoGen booth, was amazing, and I finally got to have some face-to-face convos with D Amazing in person. He is just as chilled and as laid back as he sounds on his videos. Believe it or not, I purchased more from his booth than anybody else's because of his prices on some of the figures. They were just too good to pass up on. He didn't have scalper prices on some figures he could have had marked up like crazy. So shout out to D Amazing for being a real one. He had his boy Public Enema with him, who was cool as hell. Shout out to the one and only Big Nerdy, who was zooming around in his Fast and Furious stroller. He could not walk, but it's good that he wasn't walking because he did roll his ankle and it looked pretty bad. Guys, go check out that video if you have not. But shout out to Big Nerdy, man. Shout out to the big guy. I hope he heals up quick. And Duarte Studios showed up, and y'all gonna get used to that name on my channel hopefully in the future, because he's basically the diorama king. Almost every impressive Mythic Legions diorama was done by him, and anyone that was impressive, it's probably got his name on it. He is just amazing, man, and every time he shows up, he brings the good vibes. He's such a chill guy. To be around him and his team, go follow him on Instagram if you have not. But I'm gonna have to do a whole video in the future regarding him and his dioramas, because they're just next level. And real quick, the guys over at helladopetoys.com, you know, they made the weekend entertaining every day. Even though they weren't right next to the Action Force booth, it was kind of like they was, because we worked with each other and tried to help each other as much as we could. They were just cool as shit, man. So just shout out to the guys at helladopetoys.com. Go check them out. I've already purchased from them. If you have not, you're missing out, and they ship out fast as hell. So just shout out to the Hella Dope Toys guys, man. Thank you for treating me and my ladies with so much care and respect. The Find My Figures girls loved you guys. Rod and Karina also showed up. Happy to see you guys again, and huge shout out to Jason Ep8 himself. Him and his beautiful wife showed up after over a year of talking to him online, and their costumes were amazing. She made the bodysuits herself. They are literally the best Ranger couple I have ever seen in person. My boy Embargo showed up with his amazing other half Zoe as well. So happy to finally get to meet her in person. You guys are great. Laserpants, however, was a menace to society all weekend. Not only did he come at me about my boots, which was funny as shit, he signed Vargo's bag with an eggplant emoji, which was hilarious. When he's a menace, he's the white potato. He's not Ryan, he's not Laser Pants. But all in all, PowerCon was amazing, guys. Being at the Action Force booth is always amazing because I love watching Vala run around trying to do everything himself. Regardless of all of us that are there to try and help him, we do get slammed as soon as the doors open. So everyone is trying to do 5 things at once. So thank you to my 2 amazing, beautiful women that helped us all weekend, especially when the booth got extra crowded. I love you both. I never addressed it as, hey, I have 2 girlfriends, even though that's what it is. To me, it's not about what I have. It's more so we have each other. And for years now, I've been lucky enough that both of you hold me down and support my hobby. I lucked out having not just 1 beautiful woman, but 2 that also collect and like action figures as well. So I love you both so much. Thank you for making PowerCon even better than what it already was. It might be 10 p.m. Do you know where your action figures are? What's good, everybody? Articulated Ninja here, and let's go over some of the most recent 6 to 7 inch scale action figure news, for the most part from like the last week or so. Of course, we on the Find My Figures Instagram page. This is my girl's Instagram page. She runs it with her girlfriend. How can I be homophobic? I'm sorry if I sound a little sick. I am, but I still gotta push out these videos, man, because there's still so much good stuff to talk about. But I gotta click this baby dragon right here. Like, from what I understand, these guys are not big at all. Like, they're not big at all. And $113, but I just love dragons and dinosaurs so much. Yeah, boy. So you guys see, this is the scale that he's supposed to be for. So I'm sure if you stand him on his back legs, he's probably the size of a standard 6-inch figure. But boy, this guy is gonna look amazing with my Jurassic Park dinosaurs. So for me, it's an automatic. I'm so excited to get this guy. I cannot wait to have this little articulated guy in my collection, because look at his articulation. It looks amazing for him to be able to bend and turn around like that. This is going to be my first SH Monster Arts figure, without a doubt. MSRP 113, ETA is around January of 2024. Next up, Storm Collectibles, man. They do fighters. They do fighters, and they know how to do fighters right. But King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match Kyo Kusanagi. I probably said that horribly wrong, but it's okay. The MSRP is $80 and the ETA is Q2024. And I know nothing about this character, but I like the way he looks. I can appreciate a good action figure. The biggest downside to Storm Collectibles for me is that they scale kind of bigger than your traditional Valaverse Action Force or G.I. Joe Classified or Marvel Legends. They scale kind of big compared to those guys. But when it's a good character that looks nice, I definitely always wind up getting it. But let's just keep with the imports for now before we go into domestics. BuzzMod has showed more information to be announced, but they at least did show this. I don't know if it's a prototype, I don't know what it is, but to me it looks good, and it's a Demon Slayer figure of Tokiro Mochiro. What? Probably said that wrong too, but hey, it's okay. I really like the way that he looks. This is a statue. I believe this is a statue. This is just showing off the character design and how he's supposed to look, because here, this is the actual figure. This is what we're getting, and I think that this is going to be pretty good. I'm not a fan of some of the sculpting around the waist and everything, but everything else about this kid looks nice. But we all know when it comes to BuzzMod figures, they are pricey. I'm looking forward to seeing this guy's articulation in future shots, because he most definitely has to come with different types of arms. Like, these arms too static for BuzzMod, so I'm sure he'll come with different plug-in arms. And keeping on board with the imports, boy oh boy, god damn, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is something everybody's excited for. Honestly, I'm excited for it too. This is a definite grab for me, even if, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the figure. That head sculpt, look at these tendrils and these arms, and a must have in my collection. I cannot wait to get this Agent Venom and Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi. I have a few of their other figures and I think that they're amazing. I know that they're not for everybody, but for me, I think it works here. Like, I think this looks really really nice, man. Like the dynamic poses, this literally might be the most definitive Agent Venom that we're ever going to have, or at least we'll have within the next few years. I want to see more. I cannot wait to see more of this guy. But just off of this alone, it's a must buy for me, and it seems like it's a must buy for a lot of other people too. Sticking with the imports, the Heat Boys is showing off their Raphael, and these guys are pricey. It says, you know, more information to be announced about the price, but if I am correct, these guys usually go for over 140 or 50 bucks or something like that. They're huge, they're tall, and they have a lot of metal parts in them, if not majority of it being metal. So they are heavy too. Shout out to Dave from Display and Model Behavior. I know he loved the Leo, man, and I don't know, man. Dave's kind of convincing me to get in on this line, man, because he's usually not wrong about how he feels, or when he likes an action figure, it usually is a good action figure. So the fact that he liked Leo so much, this Raph is looking awesome. He's looking like the bruiser of the group, as he should. You know, if I could just probably see one in person, I probably will pull the trigger, because these guys do look awesome, but they are all die cast and metal parts. So that's the biggest downside to me, is because I actually do play with my action figures. Like, I pose them up, I put them in scenes, and with him being so metal and so big, I just don't feel like it's gonna be fun or convenient to pose him around. But damn, does he look like he can actually pose. He does. So Heat Boys TMNT, the Mecha Raph, they're finally, we've seen shots of this unpainted, but now we finally get the painted shots of it, and he looks good. I'm pretty sure they have all the turtles coming, including Shredder, and I cannot wait for that Shredder. Keeping in line with the imports, Fury Toys and the 3 Demon Kings. They finally showed off the line, which looks really nice. You can pre-order it over at 5ktoys. I'm not sure if the pre-order is up right now, or if they're just showing the prototype shots and the pre-order will be available. But nonetheless, of course, 5ktoys is the place when it comes to certain types of imports, third-party imports, and nobody's beating them. But damn, I gotta say, this guy looks good, and they're doing multiple animals. 5K has previewed that there's at least 3 and will be more in this line, so this definitely looks like a cool line to get on. This looks different. Like, I like the way he looks. And sticking with imports, I know this is older, but I've been super busy, and I didn't get to talk about these guys, and these guys definitely look interesting. They do. Their articulation literally looks amazing. But guys, what is this? What is this? What is this? Not only does he come with middle fingers, which is good, he literally comes with, it looks like a bunch of different size dick. No! Like, a bunch of different size eggplant emojis, let me say that. And that's wild. Like, some of them even looked erect. Why? Like, why is these two up like this? And I don't know, man.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But is this a plug-in right here where you can then plug these onto? That is wild. I'm sure you could get some pretty extreme and crazy shots with those plugins. So yeah, this is here if this is something for customizers or something that you guys may be interested in, and it's on the VC Toy Box website for $43.99 each. ETA is Q1 of 2024. I'm just gonna call it the male body, because they definitely tried to get all the parts of the male body. And I am not sure if I spoke about this, but I definitely wanted to. Loosecollector has shown preview images of their new prototype female buck for their future figures.
Tell them to bring me my money.
And I'm not sure if it's me, guys. Let me know if it's just me. But does this look like a little slit right here? Maybe it's just me being degenerate. I don't know.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Not only do we actually get nipples, which are amazing, but this girl looks curvy. Not only does she look curvy, but they also did explain that they've increased the length and, you know, fixed some of their foot proportions, so even the figures with heels should be easier to stand.
Nice.
So yep, I just clicked the link, went over to their site. Thicker joints, improved feet, double jointed elbows, wider range of movement, and enhanced sculpt and internal engineering. Bro, this looks amazing. I cannot wait. Person said, any chance for a Witchblade? I hope so. Shout out to RG and 88 Figs, man. But I cannot wait to get this guy in. Once again, shout out to RG. He tagged me. He knew this was right up my alley. He knew.
You got me.
I cannot wait to get this. And RG, if you're at a convention once again, man, and you see something like this and you haven't seen it on my channel, pull the trigger, man. I'll cash app you super fast. If you can get it, get it. But man, this looks amazing. I cannot wait to see these improvements that they're making, because the figures were honestly, they were already good, guys. Like, they were already good. So the fact that they're just trying to make them better, awesome, awesome. And as far as imports are concerned, the Neo Gen toys, which you can order a lot of their stuff off of 5ktoys.com, they were at the show, and damn, to see a lot of these figures in person was amazing, literally amazing. Especially the stuff that we didn't have yet, because I didn't know, for the most part, I didn't know how definite assured this damn Rhino was. And damn, of course the Rhino is an exclusive. LA Comic-Con 2023 exclusive is Bighorn, and this is something I might have to overpay for, but we might get lucky because 5ktoys did have the Cesare exclusives up on their website for a short amount of time as well. So if I could just order off the website, that'll help so much, because out of all these guys, the Rhino for me is the guy that does it the most. Like, that's the guy I'm most excited for. He looks awesome. Not to say the other two don't, they do. I'm getting all of them, but I cannot. That Rhino is a must-have, no questions asked.
I want you, and I'm gonna have you.
I will eat peanut butter and jellies for a few days just to get this guy. And they did have at PowerCon as well, the Neo Gen toy booth did also have the Fury Shark toys available. Well, not available, but you know, on display. And I gotta say, these guys in person looked amazing. I do honestly wish they would have been a tiny bit bigger, but I also understand why they're not. It's the same company that's doing those amazing Ninja Turtle, Samurai Ninja Turtle looking figures. And if you guys know, those turtles are really small, they scale really small. So these guys basically scale with them, so they're much bigger, but it looks like these guys are still basically the scale of a 6 to 7 inch action figure. I would have loved if they were as big as the Cesare, the Bighorn, and I wanted big sharks, but even though they're not as big as I want them to be, they're still must-haves for me. The detail, the articulation, the sculpt, and not to mention, how many damn sharks do we get? If it's not McFarlane or something from DC making a King Shark for us, we get no damn sharks. So I need them. Even though I'm not a fan of their damn colorful ass pants, I need these in my life. So this is a definite must-have for me. And not to mention, guys, the Savage Crucible booth at PowerCon was ridiculous. Like, it was a showstopper. They had projectors and lights on the wall. It was probably the biggest table or setup at the convention. Like, it was top 3 for me. Like, crazy shit. But I would say probably Mythic Legion's display, Savage Crucibles, and Valaverse. Those were the top 3. In no particular order, but those were definitely the top 3. But goddamn, they definitely tried to be a showstopper at this show. I mean, just look at this setup right here with the tablet in the background, and this is awesome to display a figure. They definitely showed off what we're going to be getting hopefully soon, because I went all in on these figures, like especially the piranhas painted by the great Nikki. If you're not following her, you're missing out, man. Like, definitely go follow her. She painted, if I don't want to be incorrect, but if not all of them, majority, or the main piranhoids that I like the most. I love the piranhoids so much. I spent the most money on them. Shame on Nikki for making me spend money with how amazing her paint applications are.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Over at the show, Spiro Toys, they also did have some nice stuff as well. Their setup was really nice. They had a nice diorama setup. It was like an entire hut. But this lion guy right here, that is the guy that does it for me. Like, without a doubt, that lion is what I'm going to get. And here's that hut that I was talking about. This thing looks awesome. Amazing, man. I do think it was just for display. I don't think it's for sale, or, you know, they're doing a production run on those huts, but they made the figures look 10 times better, man, because the figures already look good, but that diorama definitely brought them to life. And yeah, this lion right here, I think he's gonna be my introduction to the line, because he just looks amazing. That face sculpt alone looks amazing, so I'm definitely gonna have to pick him up. Valaverse did have a panel, guys, and as you guys can see, there was a lot of stuff in this panel showed off, and especially with him saying the definitive price for the car, he did speak about that, which is $184.99, and it comes with opening doors, working front tires, rubber, it comes with all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were thinking these blast effects and these guns didn't come with the car. They do, but it's these rocket launchers that are part of a gear pack add-on. This other stuff does come with the car, the turret and the muzzle flash, the gas cans, the figure. And so when you do some of the math, it does bring just the car alone around 150 or 160 when you take the price of the figure out of it. And like I said, just point me in the direction of another company giving us a truck this big with all these add-ons for this price? Just let me know.
Oh, I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. That's what I thought.
Let me know. I'll go buy that one too. The real question here is 1 or 2, or maybe more. I don't know. We'll see. Once again, he did tease me and break my heart by showing off some more goddamn glow-in-the-dark swarm tracers, which I am the most excited for. I think these are going to be amazing because they include these damn heads. I wish these heads came with the Horde Swarm, the red one that I recently got, but they didn't. These are the only 2 heads that the Swarm were missing for me. The Red Swarm exclusives. These glow-in-the-dark ones do come with it. I love this bug mask. I love this so much. So I cannot wait to get these glow-in-the-dark troopers in my collection. Just some of the guns that we're going to be getting from Series 5 and beyond. Like, this goddamn flamethrower. Yeah, I need this in my life. Not only is it the flamethrower, I need this big ass knife right here. There's so much stuff here. I'm just super excited for the guns, because when it comes to guns, nobody's beating Valaverse. And now real quick, before we talk about McFarlane and some of the bigger brands, Monster Force was also present at PowerCon, and as always their stuff was on display and it looked amazing. But I cannot wait to get these figures in hand. I already have some pre-ordered on Big Bad, but I still can't wait to get these figures in hand and show them off, because look at all these damn accessories that these figures come with. Like, they just look amazing overall. So I'm hoping that the quality is just as good, and I am all in with any type of werewolf type of trooper. I am all in with these guys. I'm gonna need multiple. They're up now for pre-order. Season 1 and Season 2 is available on Big Bad Toy Store right now. McFarlane has been posting non-stop. Like, so this is cool that McFarlane's given this whole diorama setup with the table and chair and everything. That is pretty nice. The MSRP is $39.99. Doesn't come with Batman, but we all know there's more than enough Batmans for McFarlane. We don't need a damn Batman for this set. We have more than enough. But would a Batman would have made it more valuable? Yeah, I think so. Especially with it being $40. So you're saying the Joker is 20 and a goddamn chair and the table is 20, which is kind of wild to me. Wow. So a Batman would have made it more valuable to me, but the Joker does look nice. Like I said, he does come with all this stuff and the hands and everything. I think this is going to be pretty cool to have for anybody that's interested. And of course, McFarlane has just been posting non-stop. So we get another Batman and what looks like a re-release to the Bat Raptor. I'm pretty sure this is just the same cycle or vehicle in a different color. Now as a GameStop exclusive with this Batman. They have also shown off their Captain Atom, which I think does look pretty damn cool. We're already seeing a lot of the plastic swirls in him, but I don't know. It could kind of work here, kind of not an issue for me based on the character and who they are. But Captain Atom looks pretty cool. Like I said, I'd be excited anytime it's not a Batman, Superman, or Green Lantern, or Robin, or you know, something Batman verse. I get excited. So I'm definitely excited to add Captain Atom to the group, especially for $19.99. Just talking shit about all the Batman stuff that he releases, and I am still excited to get this Batwoman, because this Batwoman is new to me. Not sure about this Batman. It doesn't look familiar, but it may be a re-release. Now I do think it sucks that we gotta basically get this 3-pack just to get Batwoman, but hopefully she will come on a single card release later down the line. But if you don't want to wait, this 3-pack is an option, because I do think that she looks amazing. Might be the most or the best definitive Batwoman like this that we have ever gotten. So I'm excited for this. And that MSRP is $69.99. Which, like I said, look at all this damn plastic, and it's 3 figures. Like, $20 for a table and a chair. Like, make it make sense. And then also from McFarlane, we do have this Skull versus Superman, and I gotta say, this looks awesome. I kind of want this just for this character and just for these flame effects. If you guys watch Naruto, this looks like Susanoo flame effects right here, so I kind of want it just for that. Superman looks standard, traditional, regular Superman we've gotten a ton of times, but this guy looks awesome. Once again, just that damn Joker with the table and the chair is $40, and here you're getting 2 figures with flame effects and stuff for the same price. Goddamn, we need some consistency, man.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
He also did preview his Black Lightning, and once again, it's not a Batman verse or a Superman verse character. I am excited. Black Lightning will be added to the McFarlane ranks. Can't wait to see this guy in person. This is pretty cool. DC versus vampires. I hope that you know, it's successful and they make more vampires. Just, I want a vampire version of everybody, because depending on, you know, if you kit bash, you can also make it a zombie version of everybody. But I am excited to see more vampires in general, because this Green Lantern looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if the body is the same, but the hands and the head and the effects are definitely brand new and different. I hope those effects are not glued on. I hope it's just a peg on the back. Same with the hand. I hope it just fits on, because I would love to use these effects for other figures as well. And when I refresh the page, she's already posted more stuff. This is what I'm saying, guys. She updates this shit all the time. Real quick, this leaked. Now, this is a G.I. Joe classified Night Force Wolf Spider. Hey, I'm not gonna complain for a figure that looks awesome and I didn't plan for. And this guy looks pretty cool. Is that the Kamakura head? Is it a repaint of the Kamakura head? Let's see if we can tell. Yeah, it looks like a repaint of the Kamakura or Storm Shadow, but it's all his accessories that look pretty cool. So I like when figures like this can just surprise us or come out of nowhere. It's really hard for things to be a secret nowadays, especially with Hasbro. So this is another secret that I guess got ruined. I'm sure they'll be doing a live stream soon reporting on this figure, but obviously somebody has already got it in hands and posted pictures of it. I don't believe this is fake. If it is, I'll take accountability for that in the next news video, but it's looking official right here. So I'm definitely going with it. This is an official Night Force figure. So I'm excited about this, and shout out to everybody that messaged my girl about this and sent DMs to the Find My Figures page with these photos and the links to the website that actually had it. Shout out to you guys. She definitely appreciated the heads up on this figure. And more McFarlane news. Like I said, I usually try to keep things all together, but she just updated the Instagram, so stuff is just pouring in right now as I'm doing the video. And I like this. I collect different versions of Batman. I do. This way in my mind I could have them like in different what if universes, but I definitely do like this Dark Knights of Steel Batman, so I'll probably wind up picking them up. And I love this Jim Gordon. I like that they have him on a slimmer body. This looks like the body for Superboy. I say that because this hand, I remember that came with Superboy, so this looks like more of a Superboy body, but I like it. I don't know, you know, a lot of people might not like it. It's okay, we all have our differences and our preferences, but I think that this guy looks pretty good, pretty posable, so I'm interested to see how he is in person. And over on VCS Toy Box, they did reveal some pictures of the General Z. Guys, this looks like General Zod, but it's General Z. The pre-order is currently sold out, but it's supposed to be waitlisted, MSRP $100. So this guy hopefully is good. They also showed this guy from Metal Slug 3, and this guy looks pretty funny. He looks pretty cool. Not to mention, he got a little baby Kamehameha that actually lights up. So these accessories would probably be also good with some Dragon Ball Z figures. So I think that that is pretty cool. MSRP $75.99. I like this guy. I might wind up picking him up. Speaking of glow in the dark, Mythic Legions today, 4 hours ago from, you know, me recording this, they did show off the glowing blue Agnon figure that was a part of the 2023 Retailer Appreciation Wave. They did show this guy off, and god damn, he is glowing bright. And y'all know I love my glow in the dark figures, so you know I'm very selective with my Mythic Legions, but the ones that I do select usually are really nice, and I think I'm gonna have to get this guy to go on my glow in the dark shelf now, because to have glow in the dark skeletons would be awesome. And then we got this girl, Blade Violet, pre-order over at VCS Toy Box, but she looks like something straight out of Cyberpunk. She looks awesome. MSRP $79.99. And look at her sculpting, the fact that her mouthpiece comes off like that. This is wild. Her tail, probably bendy wire, but she looks good, especially considering she comes with so many different swappable legs, swappable parts, cloth jacket, and you can just do a stripped down version like that for her to be cybernetic, because I'm not a fan of these heels like that. It makes it just more difficult to stand, so I'm glad that they give us alternative options here, and even alternative breastplate. I guess these breasts are when she's in war, she got some protection, some metal armor over her chest versus here. But I think I will definitely be picking her up to go with my Jada Toys Cyberpunk figures that they should be releasing soon. She will definitely be a part of my Cyberpunk crew. We also had some shots of the Mezco Indiana Jones Major Arnold. So this guy looks good, man. I always say when it comes to Mezco, man, they kill it on accessories. Like when it comes to accessories, nobody Nobody touches them, hands down. Granted, the price is pricey, but there's other figures that are this price from other companies like Figuarts and Mayfax, and they definitely don't give us the accessories that Mezco does. And Mezco, once again, killing it on accessories. Don't know nothing about the character, but he would look like a nice mob boss if you swap the head. I'm not a fan of this head, but looking at this body and his jacket and everything, awesome mob boss. And speaking of Mayfax, they did show off some pictures of their Eradicator and Captain America. And I gotta say, man, Eradicator looks pretty cool. These figures overall do look nice. They've released, I believe, quite a few Captain Americas at this point, so I'm not sure how desirable this cap would be. But just off of a novice first glance, I do think it looks pretty cool. Like, I'm not seeing a bunch of things wrong. I'm sure it's not perfectly accurate as it should be, but I'm not seeing a bunch of things wrong with him. And Eradicator does look pretty cool. And Higher Toys showing off some more 6-inch scale stuff. We do have the Higher Toys Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface. So right here, as you guys can see, he's 6.3. So I'm sure he's nowhere near on the NECA side as far as height and everything, but I'm sure he'll fit in with some other 6-inch figures. And these accessories look awesome. MSRP is only $60, and I say only because it is a 6-inch figure with a shit ton of accessories. So, and I know I spoke about Ace at the show and Ramen Toys at the show and how nice the car looked, but it seemed like Mad Hatter had a live stream recently, and maybe the Hatter is the reason that we're getting this now. Maybe the Hatter convinced him to do this. So shout out to Mad Hatter. But it looks like Ace will be moving forward with, I call it the Reptile Retreat, but with their version of a sewer layer. Since NECA wanted to charge a stupid amount of money for theirs. It is missing the furniture, but you guys can get furniture anywhere. You can go to Hobby Lobby and literally get furniture. So it is missing some of the furniture, or you can just buy the accessory set from NECA, and it's still going to come out to cheaper than what they're charging for just a room. Because their room, you have to buy the accessory set. If he can get this to be around $150 to $180, this is still going to be cheaper if you buy NECA's accessory set to go with it. Not to mention his top layer, his street layer, does look way better than a foam piece of plastic that NECA was trying to give you. And he said the dimensions are still the same to this way it goes. It's identical to NECA's dimensions. So it's still going to go with the Street City diorama if you have that as well. Which is awesome, man. Like, I'm excited to see some progress on this. Shout out to Ace. I'm sure he's gonna kill this. But as I always say, guys, look at this. There's so much stuff here that I did not talk about. Go follow the Find My Figures page on Instagram so you guys can see everything I either don't have the time to talk about or it didn't pique my interest as much as other things. So you guys can see all this stuff for yourself. I'm just picking and choosing what's the most interesting to me, and I'm trying to keep it at a reasonable length. I don't want these videos to be an hour long, so I try to keep it at a reasonable length, but sometimes we just have so much shit to talk about. So much stuff. But yes, go follow the page, because she not only does she post news, she posts stuff like this. Like, she enjoys putting figures on my shelf. Like, she has her own shelf, but when I tell her, hey, I'm opening this figure as soon as we get it, she's like, okay, when you do open it, let me put it up on the shelf. This little things like this makes her happy, and I appreciate that shit so much. But she also doesn't only just post figure news, she also posts toy hunts from time to time and little creative things like this. So go follow the Find My Figures page. And you guys know when we can, we end every episode off with the cosplay weather girl of the week. And this week, I gotta say, she's thin, but she got some amazing curves. I love her cami cosplay. This is Jenna Lynn Miawi. I'm not even sure if I said that right, but it doesn't matter because I don't really care about her name. I care about how she looks, and how she looks is extra nice as Cammy. That scar on her face is amazing, man. Like, so go check her out on Instagram if you want. But as soon as I saw this Cammy outfit, and you know, with the Jada Toys giving us Street Fighter action figures, I thought this Cammy looked amazing. She shouldn't be as thick as Chun-Li, yes, but she should still have some curves. And Jenna definitely has some curves here. But yo, be safe, guys. I'm sorry for holding you up for so long. I just get excited about these figures. Until next week's news video. Peace. It might be 10 p.m. Do you know where your action figures are?